welcome back to Just Meatballs. My name is Dom.
And I'm Nat. And this is season 2, episode 18.
Oh my god, so close to the end.
Yes.
Welcome. We're doing another segment on what are we doing now?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't really say this is like a This Is Fucked segment because
it's more like a ghost stories.
Yeah.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of segment.
Yeah, we're
Just
bringing
having
that
fun.
back.
Yeah.
Just for a bit, you know?
We like it, so we're
Yeah.
going to try find the most interesting or creepiest.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
something
whatever.
that makes us like make our skin
Crawl.
crawl.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Well, the ones that I'm doing today are like very short stories.
Mm-hmm. We love that, yes.
So it might be even like 20 minutes or 30 minutes or just 10 minutes. I don't care.
It could be 5 seconds. It's done already. That's
Right
the story.
now.
That's how quick it is.
Yeah, there you go. I'm done.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So my first one is your typical university story, because I feel like every university story in the
Ooh.
Philippines has
But
something
yes, we're doing a
creepy.
Filipino one, yes.
Yeah, there's like so many. Oh, so sorry, I should have been more specific.
Yes.
All my stories are from the Philippines.
Yeah. Nice.
Once again.
It's fine. We're Filipinos. Like, it's
Exactly.
just whatever we're interested in, you know?
Exactly. So these ones, the first one is a story that was told in a university,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like all of the universities there are so fucking old that there's
Wow.
like haunted shit there.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, a lot of the things there are quite run down. So,
yeah, exactly. So I feel like there's always like some ghost stories. And this one, it's a popular story centered on an unnamed new teacher from the University of the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
She's hard at work grading papers, and before she knows it, hours have passed and she's the only one left in the building.
Ugh.
Even worse, it's monsoon season and a harsh storm drenches everything.
Oh, yay.
So this teacher huddles inside a waiting shed by the school gate. There she asks the security guard for help in calling a taxi. The roads are deserted and this place is known for floods pretty much, just because, you know, usually all the universities are like somewhere where there's a lot of fields and trees and yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
Except for like, you know, Manila.
Yeah.
But anyways.
The background setting is already creepy.
Yeah. So basically after this, the security guard agrees to help. She asks if she can wait inside the nearest building, and he hesitates. He eventually gives in, but this school is old and our young teacher is only new, so she barely recognizes the rooms after they've been closed down.
Mm-hmm.
The guard unlocks an old classroom, hands her the key and tells her to wait inside. Lock the door and wait inside, he says. When a taxi arrives, I'll come back for you. I'll knock 3 times and call your name. Don't open the door for anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
The teacher laughs. What's the point in locking the door? Who else will come in, you know? But the guard insists, so she gives in, agrees, and the guard leaves after she locks the door.
Mm-hmm.
The teacher waits inside, slowly wiping herself down and like to keep her shit dry.
Right.
The storm rages on outside. It's loud against the windows. The rest of the building is quiet as expected until she hears it. Footsteps. The footsteps grow louder, signaling a fast approach. Eventually, they stop right in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Someone knocks 3 times. The teacher gets up thinking it's the guard. That was
no.
fast, she thinks, but something doesn't seem right.
Mm-hmm.
The shadow beneath the door stands still, unmoving. Didn't the guard say he was going to call her name too? Feeling anxious, the teacher peeks into the keyhole.
Oh, good
She
job.
can't see anything except pure red, as
Yay.
if someone or something has covered the lock.
Ew.
Confused, she shrugs it off and walks back to her chair.
Good.
Minutes later, another pair of footsteps approaches. This time, 3 knocks sound at the door. The guard calls her name and introduces himself.
Mm-hmm.
When the teacher unlocks the door, she finds himself outside telling her that he's found a taxi.
Okay.
They walk to the gate together. The taxi is waiting by the shed, the only vehicle on the empty street. When the teacher hands the key back to the guard, she asks why he insisted on locking the door. There's a ghost that roams the halls, he explains.
Oh,
You know
yay.
it's her because she has purely red eyes.
Ugh. oh, so the thing that she saw in the keyhole were a fucking pair of eyes.
Yeah. Can you just picture that?
Ew. I don't want to.
I just find that so creepy.
I don't want to picture it.
Yeah. Especially like in a fucking room so isolated and dark.
And you're in a school. I find schools very creepy.
Fucking so
Even
creepy.
if the school is modern, it's still fucking creepy to me.
Yeah. Every time I drive past one at night, I'm like,
Yeah, it might as well be a cemetery. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. It's too like, I just can't.
Yeah.
It just creeps me out.
Ew. I would never walk the grounds of a school at nighttime. I mean, I did when I was a kid.
You're crazy.
But look,
Who
it
did
was
you
Greystanes
hang out
High,
with?
okay?
Huh?
It was like Greystanes High. Like,
Oh my God.
I know, it's still creepy, but like, yes. Yeah.
I can't believe you. And Greystones High is so old too.
I know. Honestly, it's probably haunted as well. We should look that up.
Yeah. There probably is fucking stories there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, thank you.
Not today, Satan.
Yeah, so that was like a simple short story
Mm-hmm.
where I thought that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Well, not too creepy. Just,
Just enough level of creepiness.
yeah. Yeah, so that's my first one.
Mm-hmm.
My second one, it is about a house. It is called the Laprel White House. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm so sorry if I'm not. The Laprel White House is one of the most famous haunted houses in Baguio.
Ooh.
The house is an old Victorian-style mansion that was built in the 1920s, which was owned by a wealthy family, the Laprel family. The family had actually fled from their home in World War II, but nowadays the house is being used as a museum for bamboo carving, so anyone could visit this fucking house. So visitors and passers, like the people that just pass by, have reported that they've seen a woman staring at them from a window.
Oh, great.
Making loud noises.
Ew.
And while she's doing this, they see a little girl standing on the front steps.
What the fuck?
And them feeling afterwards, like really feeling horrible, like they shouldn't visit the house at all.
Ew.
Yeah, like they feel shit inside. And caretakers have reported hearing strange noises and things happening like randomly and just like strange incidents that will happen to them, and seeing apparitions when they're alone inside the house.
Wow.
Apparently, the house has a tragic, violent past, so it makes sense that it's fucking haunted. Because apparently during World War II, the house was used as a garrison by the Japanese soldiers.
Oh.
They supposedly tortured and killed suspected spies.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But
wow.
But even before then, there were other tragic events that happened to the Laprel family there. So, the Laprel family had a 3-year-old daughter who wandered out of the house and into oncoming traffic.
Oncoming?
I can't even say it.
Oncoming?
Into traffic, guys, okay? The little girl was hit by a car and she was killed instantly. They say her nanny, who was meant to be watching her, was consumed by so much guilt and grief that she hung herself in the attic.
Whoa.
So the visitors that were seeing the little girl at the front and the woman at the top, they were the nanny and the little girl that died.
Oh, shit. Yeah. That's creepy.
It's fucking creepy.
It's like Bly Manor.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Definitely not going to this house ever. I'll probably look at it from the outside if I ever go up there.
I wouldn't even, honestly, if I walk past it, I feel like I wouldn't even take photos. Like I would look at it and then be like, cool. If anything, if I was like an artist and I can draw it, I'll just draw it. But I would never take a photo because you know how it is with pictures and things there.
Because fucking later on you'll see a fucking woman there.
Yep. And it's like, well, that bitch wasn't there when I fucking took the photo. I know she wasn't. No.
No. Not today. Delete out of everything from my phone.
I would fucking throw my phone. You can take it.
True.
Well, you don't want to be trapping no fucking evil spirits in your phone, okay? Or if you're going to take a photo, use the digital camera and then throw out the digital camera.
True, burn it.
Yeah.
Throw it, burn it.
Exactly.
Burn the photos, burn everything.
Right.
Yeah. So with this, right, apparently there was more like other incidents. So after the first child died, apparently the other children died too.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's a collection of like children.
Yeah, after when the wife died, the husband had decided to sell the house. Before he could do this, he actually had a heart attack.
Oh no.
Heart attack, right?
Is that really what they ruled it as?
Yeah,
or?
that's what they said, on top of the stairs.
I see.
So apparently the Lapro family aren't the only ones haunting the mansion.
Oh.
It seems like the Japanese soldiers that died there had lingered there too.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that. I mean, it was the base for it, so...
Yeah. Visitors have reported seeing ghosts of Japanese soldiers in the upper bedrooms.
Oh.
These apparitions,
yeah,
are said to be violent, scratching and pushing guesses when they come in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like they're still living. They think they're still living the war.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still being aggressive to people. What the fuck?
No, thank you.
Nah, we're alright, eh?
No, thank you.
I'll be alright. I can live my whole life without visiting there.
Okay, so the next one, my third and last one, the exorcism of Clarita Villanueva. I can't pronounce her last name. Villanueva.
There you go.
There you go. I said it. I'm so
the
sorry.
only time you'll have to say. You can just call her by her first name after that.
I know. So, she was a 17-year-old Filipino girl. They say her life had only consisted of tragic events. She didn't know her father. Clarita's mother was a fortune teller by vocation. Clarita grew up watching her mum hold seances for people and communicating with the dead. Her mum had taken advantage of the people that used her services. She had laughed at the gullible people behind their backs. To her, it was just a game, a means of making money on the side. But, that didn't last long. At the age of 12, Clarita lost her mum. She had no immediate family that could take care of her, so she had to turn to prostitution to survive, which is really fucking sad.
That is very sad.
Yeah. So when she turned 18, she moved to Manila with her boyfriend. This is where she actually found out that her boyfriend was actually already married.
What? I thought you were going to say he was like a customer.
No, he was already married.
Oh, what a douchebag.
Yes. So once again, she had to fend for herself in the big bad city.
Aww.
Yeah. Clarita became a exotic dancer. Since Manila is the center of everything, like, you're gonna get some money, you're pretty much like in the middle of fucking tourism, and there's a lot of people coming in, so that was her go-to, and she made money out of it. But one morning at 2 p.m. Clarita was arrested by the police in downtown Manila.
Oh no.
Clarita had frequently gone to bars, taverns, soliciting men. But this time around, she picked the wrong person.
Oh no.
She had offered her service to a plainclothes police officer and was taken to the I hope I pronounce this right. I'll probably, pronounce it like the English way, so I'm so sorry, guys.
Old Town Road?
Huh?
The Old Town Road?
It's taken to the Old Bilibid prison, which is known as Manila City Jail.
Right, Bilibid.
It's
like, it sounds like saying believe it.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm going to sound like I'm saying believe it. But since Clarita was a minor, and prostitution was a crime in the city, like, she got sent to the prison. The Bilibid prison had been built by the Spanish and was used for tormenting prisoners by the Filipinos, Americans, and Japanese people as well. So that has a history. 2 days into Clarita's incarceration, she had been bitten several times on her body by entities that people couldn't see.
Oh.
Clarita had described the two entities as a huge monster-like spirit and a small one. These monsters had sunk their fangs and teeth deep into her flesh that it created indentations on her neck, back, legs, and arms. The large monster was described as black and very hairy. He had fangs on each side of his mouth. The smaller one had been described as the wolf-like because the monster would climb up to her body and bite her upper torso.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking creepy. So with this, the guards heard the commotion happening in the women's division of the prison and came running. They had taken Claretta to the hospital for observation and treatment. They hadn't seen anything like it before.
Wow. I mean, and how do you explain that if she didn't have any weapons on her? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
She can't, like, the people can't just rule it out as like, oh, self-inflicted.
Exactly. Because they were just like, all the girls that were in the prison were like, what the fuck? And they were just like, we didn't touch her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with this, the demonic bitings had occurred daily, apparently.
What the fuck?
Dr. Mariano Lara, the chief medical examiner at the prison, had appealed to all Filipino, Chinese, and American doctors, university professors, and other professionals to analyze the situation. Claretta was surrounded by like 100 specialists trying to figure out why this was happening.
Yeah.
After this, a radio reporter actually came into the prison and recorded the session that Claretta had with the doctors. The doctors had been violently struggling with Claretta for 3 weeks now.
Wow.
Yeah. The reporter immediately released his recordings on a local radio station. The story of Claretta had been reported worldwide. So everywhere now. News outlets like newspapers, radio stations, and magazines had sent their own reporters to investigate the story. Cartoonists were soon drawing pictures of the entities that Claretta described. One doctor accused the girl of putting on an act in order to get publicity. But like, what would she get out of it? Like, she's getting fucking cuts and shit.
Yeah.
And like, all over her body, and she's being fucking tortured.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't fucking call the media.
It's not like she's doing it for attention. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Like, it was the doctor that had called other people to come in.
Because the doctor wants the attention.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Exactly. We have a psycho in the fucking prison. So, basically, after this, right, apparently Claretta had cursed him, and the following day the doctor ended up dying.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, I'm kidding.
Huh?
I was like, well, I mean.
Well, I bet she did.
No, but I mean, I'm saying, like, whatever doctor, you're the one calling the fucking media and shit, so that's your fault.
Oh, no, the doctor that was actually the...
Oh, the good doctor.
The doctor that was like, oh, she's just getting attention. She's just faking that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up dying.
Yeah, well, that's his karma.
It is, right?
I'm kidding. Just kidding.
Well, another one, apparently, another chief jailer had also died because Claretta had been misbehaving, and he confronted her, and he had been the next victim to fall upon her curse.
Ooh,
so he died.
Wow.
Yeah.
This sounds like it could be a movie too.
Yeah. I think, oh no, they did make a movie out of it.
They did?
I saw it in Filipino, so I'm like, I'm going to check it out.
Is it on Netflix?
No. It's just saw it on Google.
TFC? Oh.
Yeah. Saw it on Google and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to check it out.
Nice.
But yeah, so there's a movie out of it. Dr. Lara and his medical team continued to be worried about Claretta's condition. It was beyond their medical knowledge. They needed help. Until one day, an American pastor, Lester Sumrall, heard about Claretta's story. Pastor Lester had been a foreigner in the Philippines. He went to the mayor's office and asked permission to see Claretta. He was granted permission and was warned that several people had been injured by the girl and that 2 had been cursed and were dead. When he finally arrived at the prison, everyone was very skeptical of him. Even though, once again, we're all Filipinos and we believe in this possession thing, everyone was still skeptical. He was brought into a room that was full of news reporters, professors, and doctors that were once again invited by Dr. Lara.
Wow.
He's just inviting everybody.
God damn, bro.
Yeah. Claretta had entered the room and immediately screamed, "I hate you," as soon as she saw Pastor Lester.
Yikes.
Yeah. For 3 days, there was a raging battle between the pastor and Claretta. He continued.
That's because the spirit possessing her knows that this pastor's probably pasta like spaghetti. Yeah, it's very powerful.
Yeah. So this went on for 3 days too. So he continued to command the evil spirit to let her go, whilst Claretta cursed his God, his Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Ew,
so
oh my God.
3 days, they say her eyes were burning coals of fire and hatred.
Wow.
But when the miracle of God came upon her, apparently she became free. Claretta had finally relaxed and smiled and said he's gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and looked at the window, indicating that, they had went out the window. But still, it's still fucking creepy, like, relaxed and smile and he's gone. Like,
is he gone?
Is he? But you just like...
That sounds like the work of a demon trying to get you to believe that he's been expelled from her body. But really, he's like, I'm still very much here, bitch. That's very, very fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I like that story the most out of the three.
Yeah.
I mean, the second one was good too.
Yeah.
But yeah. That third one, because you can feel that could be turned into a really good movie. I mean, the second one could be a movie as well.
If they just have like a really good story plot.
Yeah. Love that. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
The end.
Wow. Which one was your favorite one to read?
I think it was the last one because I made it last. And I was just like, that's the good one.
First the worst, second the best.
Yeah.
Third what was the third one? No, as in like, what was a quote, like that phrase? First the worst, second the best, third something.
Oh, I forgot.
Wow, we're so old.
We are old.
Don't remember anymore. But the best is the last one for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Better. I want to check out the movie if they've actually done that. That's
Same
cool.
here.
Wow. Well
we
done.
should research it right now.
Yeah, we should.
After this right now.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well,
thanks for that, Dom. Thanks for sharing some Filipino stories.
You're so welcome.
Nice. Hope you feel better after this recording.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take a lot more lemon sip.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
If I get sick, I'm gonna be like, this is Dom's fault.
It's just hay fever. God.
Anyways, guys, thanks again for tuning in this week.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah,
bye.